morning. Thank God it's Friday.
That's the
Am I
laugh
still
that
am I awake?
sounds Zulu.
Yes, you are. You are.
I think I'm awake. I think I'm awake. Okay, so what's been happening? Oh, crazy fun. So UEFA, FIFA, and Super League, all the money grabbers. They got their response yesterday from the European Court of Justice. We'll be touching a little bit on that. We'll also look at the list. They said there are 41 names on the list released for the Super Eagles. My name may be there. I mean, if you have 41 names, there's no way my name is
Anybody
not
can be on.
there. So we're talking about the list of people going to AFCON. We'll also touch a little bit on this weekend's matches, the biggest of them all, Arsenal taking on Liverpool. So we'll talk about all of that and more in the locker room. But before we do that, Zibby, how can we be a part of the locker room?
All right. All you need to do is just get on YouTube and you can catch the live stream. So you can post a comment on there. You can see the studio, you can hear the analysis and catch the behind the mics footage as well. We're at Smooth981 on YouTube. You can also tweet at Smooth981 or send us a message via WhatsApp 0809 4440981. And because we love you so much, we have 2 pairs of tickets to give away this beautiful morning. Yes, to go see the play Christmas Story, Christmas Tale. Yeah, so we'll give that away later on in the show.
Well, speaking of which, somebody said they didn't get the number right. Could you read the WhatsApp number again?
I will speak like I am a robot. 0809 4440981.
Please write that number down somewhere so that you don't miss your ticket. All right, on that note, let's start with the headlines from Ashe.
On the bill this morning, CAF confirms Super Eagles provisional 41-man squad as Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin. Britain says he's here to fight, not party in news conference. Then comes UEFA, FIFA breached EU law on Super League top court rules as Klopp is unhappy with Anfield atmosphere ahead of the Arsenal's visit. There would also be Vasquez sends Madrid to La Liga summit with late winner at Alves. And then comes Man City Club World Cup win would last a lifetime. That's Guardiola with a pep. And then comes Cheek hits hat-trick as Leverkusen beat Bochum as Kane scores and Bayern win. You would also find extra time goals help Bologna stun Inter in Italian Cup last 16.
All right, so Inter Milan have been flying high in Italy. You know, they've been the guys to beat. Italian Cup has no respect for anybody, especially with the fact that lineups will be changed and all of that. So Thiago Motta's Bologna took advantage of that, switched up lineup, and not defeated, knocked out Inter Milan from the tournament. But we'll touch a little bit on that one. First of all, let's look at the entourage we are taking. And this one is not for the climate summit. This one is for AFCON.
The Confederation of African Football, CAF, has unveiled Super Eagles provisional squad for the 2023 Cup of Nations. Now, CAF published this list on their website. Peseiro is scheduled to present his final report to CAF by the 3rd of January next year.
Oh, wow. So, the tournament starts on the 13th. Like I said, this man does not know his starting 11. And there's a 41-man list to choose from. I don't want to be him because at this point in time, there's just, especially if he's going to choose forward players and midfielders, there's just a lot of people to pick. And if you drop one and you get to the tournament and decide and realize that you need him, they'll be hell to pay. But there's a lot of players there. 41. I don't know that many teams will invite as many people in form as possible. 41. And that's just, we're removing injuries.
Tega.
That's a lot of people. I can't get over the number. Well, it's better than the initial number ahead. The initial number ahead was that there were 65 people on the list. I almost had a cardiac arrest. I was like, what?
Wow.
But 41 is a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of names on the team. So
did they carry their family members along? 65?
That's just the footballers that are available.
Wow.
I've not even counted the ones that can't play. All right. On that note, really tough task again because of the way the tournament is. And when it comes to tournaments, you have to hit the ground running. You have to remember this 41 that they are picking. It's not home base though.
Wow.
It's a tough task. Sorry, I know I'm laughing, but it's not funny. Jose Pereira has a lot to think about. And the thing is, with national teams, you don't just look for players in form. You have to look for the right fit. And so to invite everybody that can play football is just tricky.
All you who can play, come.
Do you understand? Almost like open camp. For the Super Eagles. All right, so wait for January the 3rd to see if he's going, how he will whittle down that team. But that's a tough task, and he just made it even harder.
Let's give the Super Eagles a breather at least, and before they rub it in, that Super Falcons might be co-opted into it. But let's get on to boxing right now and see what it's looking like. A focused Anthony Joshua said, quote, "I'm here to fight, not party," as he refused to engage in any real trash talk with the heavyweight Otto Wallin before Saturday's bout.
All right. So people were saying, a few observers and a few commentators were talking about how he looked a little tense, he looked a little nervous. The guy was like, "I'm going to fight. Shouldn't I be tense? If I want to win, shouldn't I be afraid that there's something to lose?" And this is the thing. It's one thing to look confident. You want it to reach your shoulder. It's one thing to look confident, but it's another thing to take the fight for granted. And one too many times he has taken a few fights for granted. But this one, I think I understand where he's coming from. He's lost the belt. He's beltless, and he's going into a fight where results can be mixed. So I understand why he's tense. It means that he understands that there's something to lose here. Now, should he win this fight? A lot of people are talking about him taking on Deontay Wilder. Yeah, I'm not all for suicide missions, but if they say there's a fight that's going to happen, I'll take it. Deontay Wilder will also happen to be fighting against Parker on the same night. So if both of them should win their fights, the shouts and the calls for a Wilder Anthony Joshua fight will be louder. So this is just the prelude. Real song. This is prelude to the album. Hopefully he'll be able to focus and he will not be too tense to fight. Yes, but he did look a little nervous. He didn't want to involve in anything. Almost as if I don't want to brag before the gun beats me off my brag. And if you're watching from the outside, I'm sure you'll say, oh, that he's lacking a little bit of confidence. But again, I understand why he's doing it. Let him focus on what is important, winning the fight. And then hopefully we can see a wilder battle.
All right. But why hasn't this happened all these years, though?
One person will say that one person is running. The other person will say that he did not have the time. But that's the official statement. I don't know why it hasn't happened. You say we waited for Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua fight when Anthony Joshua was still, I would say, was still in good form. Didn't see it. Sometimes these big fights they do it to avoid the anticlimax.
All right.
Yeah, it's not. Again, everything has changed from what it used to be before. If you were fighting in the 80s or 90s, this fight would have happened since. In fact, we'll be on our third Wilder Anthony. Yes, you had a Mike Tyson and he's not fighting George Foreman. What's happening? They'll make it happen, but things have
Could
changed.
it be the absence of a Don King in the boxing circle, right? And that's why some of these things can happen.
Don King, it's not the right promote. Nothing. Things have changed.
Okay.
That's just what it is. Things have changed. People avoid what they can avoid. And of course, there are too many boxing. So there's WBC, there's WBO, there's just too many.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a lot to put those fights together because sometimes you want to fight and they'll be like, oh, you have to defend that title and you have to defend this other title. Yeah.
It's looking more like exam questions where you have question 1A, 1B, then you go, you can answer 1A, 1B, but you couldn't answer C, then you move over to 2.
Yeah, you have to, it's a lot of drama. It's a lot of drama.
Okay, let's move on to football. UEFA and FIFA contravened EU law by preventing the formation of a Super League, and this is what the European Court of Justice has said in a landmark ruling that could change the way soccer, or football like we call it, is run.
Yes, so basically UEFA and FIFA are governing bodies and they have their own rules, and one of the rules is that they have to sanction every tournament before the tournament can be played. Now, on the one hand, you need regulators because if not, it will be the wild wild west. But on the other hand, it has UEFA and FIFA have become such dominant forces that you can't start anything outside both of them now. Because of their rules, they were able to quickly shut down the Super League with the threat of banning the club or banning the players from certain competitions. But now the European Court of Justice, which is the court by which UEFA and FIFA who use Euro laws. So if the court is saying that your own rules are in contradiction with the EU laws, and the particular EU law they mentioned was the freedom to provide services. So football is a service, and you restricting the Super League is restricting the freedom to provide services. So according to EU laws in general, that shouldn't happen. According to football laws, it should happen. So basically, what the EU has said is, should the Super League want to go on, it can go on. However, the ruling doesn't mean that they've approved Super League. They just said it can happen. They didn't say we have said it must happen because they don't have that right. But they're just saying based on the law, they shouldn't have stopped people from having the league on their own rules, like their own. They can look for another reason to stop you, but on these rules, they can't stop you from having the Super League. All right. So as soon as that ruling went ahead, trust the Super League, they released the new list. Now, my biggest problem with the Super League starting at the beginning was that they were going to pick some big clubs and they were going to be permanent members. Yes, there was no relegation, nothing, and these people were just going to be collecting money to play season in, season out.
Wow.
But they were still going to be competing in other UEFA tournaments, and I thought that's unfair, because if you have financial advantage, massive financial advantage, it's not a fair competition. When a closed league happens, like with the NBA, where they have a closed league, even if they've opened to Canada, the way they set their financial laws, in fact, they draft the best incoming players to the worst performing teams,
Right.
just so that there's balance. Do you understand? So the way they do their laws, you can't be dominant. In fact, if they say that there's too much dominance, like when they wanted to, when they were forming the super team in Miami with LeBron James, they bought LeBron James and Chris Bosh. They now wanted to buy Chris Paul, and the league was like, "No, that's not happening. That's going to." Do you understand? So even if they had Chris Bosh, LeBron, and Dwayne Wade, the league was like, "That's just too much firepower." So it happens. There are strict rules like that. But with this Super League, there are not going to be those strict rules, where they're still going to be competing with mere mortals. Let me put it that way. I thought that was unfair. But number two, I also thought it was too much football, because UEFA Champions League is already happening on Tuesday and Wednesdays. They have the Europa Conference on Thursday. When do you want to play Super League?
Let's have more days of the week then.
Do you understand? When do you want to play? So I just thought too many competitions, and every players are picking up injuries per second. So it was crazy for me. So that's the only reason why I still don't support the Super League, which is also the same reason I'm fighting UEFA and FIFA for their expansion of their own formats, because we're fighting against more matches. People are bringing more matches. What's Conference League about, if not for more money? So all these people, they are just doing this thing for money. FIFA is doing it for money. UEFA is doing it for money. Super League is claiming that they're doing it for fairness in football, but the truth is they are doing it for more money. So ultimately, I think footballers have to form a union that is powerful, because they're using people as pawns and they're collecting money. Your ACL injury, how much are they paying for it? Nothing. So at the end of the day, the footballers need to have such a powerful union that they can say, you know what, we're not even going to play any tournament. People should sort yourselves out. And the union will be so powerful that FIFA, UEFA, and Super League, or whichever league wants to call, will have to call them. But as it is, players are just there as slaves.
It's even in the way Infantino has generated funds in his tenure. Like nobody has ever seen football have this.
See, money must money. See, no, I don't think it's Infantino. I just think money will go where money will go. That's what it is. So as cost of living is going up, cost of investment is also going up. You can't price today's goods with yesterday's market. You have to.
All right, you're still in the locker room on Smooth 98.1. We see your messages coming through. We'll take them on the other side. And of course, more of the news stories. Stay with us.
Yes! I saw messages now.
Yeah.
How can we get to our guys on YouTube? Oh, yeah, that's very true. I left them.
What
out.
Why
question
are
are
we
we-
giving away our ticket? No, let's whisper, please.
No, put
we
it on.
cannot do it
Put
again.
it on, put
No,
it on.
wait.
I don't know what question we'll ask.
Well, let's go. Let me look for our guys. Where do we go now?
What's the oldest
Live.
person to score the world? It's too easy. Is that Onojiafe, right?
I don't think you know.
I think it was him.
Let's do AFCON related questions.
Okay.
AFCON is in January.
Oh,
Okay, so I know what to ask.
okay. Sorry, Cruz. Or is that LK
No, LK
Aderoba?
Aderoba.
Exactly.
Okay, Aderoba.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, shake it. Monique, break it. It took your mama 9 months to make it. It's just yesterday I knew what they're singing in that song.
I've never
Oh,
heard that song.
no!
Olamide's don't
Olamide.
stop, shake it, go down.
Oh, I know that song. Yeah. Oh,
Eh-heh.
stop. Oh,
I
know
thought
it,
it
know
was
it.
Yoruba he was singing there because I didn't know what he was singing.
I only know that line.
So it was yesterday. I heard, oh yeah, shake it, money don't break it.
Oh, really? Omas, please bring us in.
Oh, we're back. It's still the locker room on Smooth 98.1 FM. They say sometimes the lyrics of a song will take you years, but someday when it hits you, you're like, what have I been saying all this while? Is it Felix Navidad or Felix Navidad? Well, there's a backstory to all of this, but if only you were on YouTube, you know Tega is related to all of those ones. But let's go.
Why are you accusing Tega falsely? All right, so let's come back with some of your messages because I see some people responding to the UEFA FIFA story.
I pick up this one first from Tayo. Tayo has this message here. Ahmed Musa is on the list for honorary mention, and of course, football baddie Emmanuel Dennis and foreign coaches ignoring our local league talent is going to ruin our outlook. It is either Pesero isn't in charge of the squad, that's what he's saying, or he doesn't know what he's doing. Clubs rejecting Super League is initial gragra. With Saudi money and football management evolving, it moves money for the clubs, but eternal slavery for players. Small time would be seeing more players doing physio like Neymar. AY's message is waiting.
All right, AY says UEFA and FIFA are fighting against the formation of the European Super League simply because they want to retain monopoly of total control over European club football. Now UEFA are seriously considering scrapping the new UCL format that's supposed to start from next season. I'd also like to know how I can pick up my movie tickets against Sunday. Well, you'll be contacted in the next few hours. You'll definitely get a phone call, and whoever calls you will let you know how you can get your tickets to go see your play. By the way, AY is one of the winners of our Christmas Story tickets, and we have 2 pairs to give away this morning right now.
All right, so the question we're asking is very simple. You know, I'm not a WAEC marker. So, very simple. Who has the highest number of goals, or who scored the highest number of goals in the African Cup of Nations? The number to send your messages to are
0809 444 981. Again, it's 0809 444 981. You can also tweet at Smooth981. And if you're on the live stream, I can see you. Just post a comment on there if you know the right answer.
Yep. So, who scored the highest number of goals at the African Cup of Nations? And we are doing all things AFCON because AFCON is in January. All right. So let's look for the fastest fingers. Who's dropped the message now?
That's LK Aderoba. LK Aderoba won a pair of tickets.
No,
the other
okay,
day,
you can't win on that pair.
Nope. This is not the correct answer. Roger Miller.
Yeah, not the correct answer.
You were definitely on the live stream. Here, Tega and I talk.
That's not the correct answer. You collected wrong expo. All right.
Okay, we have a message from Victor, and Victor says Victor Osimhen.
Come on. Highest AFCON scorer ever. Highest AFCON scorer.
Damn.
Come on.
So if I was trying to compete, I wouldn't win this ticket because I don't think I know that.
So you thought it was Victor Osimhen?
Oh, I knew it was Victor. Is
okay.
no, it's not Victor.
In fact, just give me my ticket. Don't go anywhere. Just give it to me. All right.
So you get a chance to see a true Christmas story. It's a musical, it's theater, and it's a lot of fun. And you can choose between any day from the 22nd to the 26th. There are also 2 times every day, 4 p.m. or 7 p.m. So let us know who is the highest goal scorer in the AFCON.
We can't read Elke Adeogba's own.
Okay, Adelba is off this one, but let's see what his message. I see
Okay.
no problem with the Super League. Why are baseball and American football earning more money than original football that has 10 times more viewership than following?
Well,
You,
depend on
you
the
do,
country,
but
right?
you do know that American football and baseball, they play only one league. They play only one league. So when you think about all the footballers have to be involved in, that's
Is
completely
it
different.
Samuel Eto'o?
All right, that's the answer to the question.
All right, you've gotten a pair. So you have free expo right there. If you can send that answer
I
again.
can't believe that you called it. Well, you didn't see 2 answers. You should have
I'm
put
sorry.
2 answers.
You know what? Should we give another question?
Hi.
Sorry. All right. Well, congratulations, Ikenna. Please send us your full name and also let us know your preferred date anytime from the 22nd to the 26th and your time as well, 4 p.m. or 7 p.m. Please send that to us right now.
All right. On that note, Ikenna is taking. We are going to keep the second ticket. We are vexed.
Okay, so we'll give another question then.
Okay. Who is the highest Nigerian scorer at the AFCON?
Okay, that's the next question. The highest Nigerian scorer at the AFCON. Faster. Rex. Sorry,
yeah.
we've changed the question.
Rex, we have changed the question.
Tega, come and
Bolu is
see.
here.
Let's see, because I don't even know the answer.
Bolu's message is waiting.
Hi. Okay, so Tayo says Igalo.
Right, then comes, let's go.
Then the first answer was Chris OJ, and he said Rashidi Yekini, and it's Rashidi Yekini.
Woo! Rashidi Akini, a true Nigerian legend. Congratulations to you. So, Chris OJ, we know your full name now. Just send us your preferred date and, of course, time as well. Any day between the 22nd and the 26th, 4 p.m. or 7 p.m. Please send that to us right now. Congratulations.
All right, so let's go to the
Rashidi
story.
Yekini, the net grabbing and shaking striker of the Super Eagles. Well, blessed memory now. But let's go. Klopp unhappy with Anfield and his Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp said he was unhappy with the home support during the 5-1 League Cup win over West Ham United and urged fans to give their tickets away if they are not in the right shape for the visit of Arsenal at the
Oh,
weekend.
come on. Okay, so I understand where he's coming from. He wants the atmosphere to be loud. You know how they say it when you come to Anfield, it's a completely different atmosphere. And they've increased the number of seats. You know, they've gone up to 50,000. They just renovated and increased number of seats. So he wanted to feel that. He was saying that he didn't feel it as much on Wednesday, that the way Liverpool played on Wednesday, even if they didn't score early, that, you know, the crowd should have been on their feet. And for Arsenal, he needs everybody to be on their toes from the starting from the blast of the whistle. Now, here's a problem I have with him, though. He did mention that sometimes he gets into fights with the opposition bench just so that he can rile the crowd up. And I'm just like, that's not a good thing to say or to do. In fact, it's not even a good thing to admit in public. But you know, you get into fights with the opposition just to get the crowd active. So Anfield, they've told people to come outside, and it's going to be a tough one for Liverpool, both Liverpool and Arsenal, both teams in the form of their lives, and both teams, which other team wins, take the top of the table.
Would one blame Jurgen Klopp for asking this? You know, the elephant is coming on the visit, and you need all the home support.
No. You can ask for the home support to be loud, but you cannot be starting fights with people for any reason.
Does it have a negative connotation?
It is bad behavior to be starting fights. It's simple.
You want to be starting something, then that's what it is.
He wants to be starting something. It's just bad behavior. But he's doing it to rile up. I'm just like, tell people to sing. It's that simple. But I think they're already going to make that noise because Arsenal, Liverpool is always a fantastic battle. And so I'm going to see end-to-end stuff. Now, the good news is that both teams are shaky defensively. Okay. So there will be goals.
Most especially when the home crowd, their song is "They Will Never Walk Alone."
Yeah, there'll be goals, but who will win is the question. So I want to even open the phone lines now. Yeah. So Arsenal taking on Liverpool in Anfield. Who do you think will come out top? So would it be Liverpool or would it be Arsenal? The numbers to call are
014489981 will be where to get the calls in. 014489981. Expecting the calls to come
and
in.
you can also send us messages on
080944400981. Expecting the messages to start pouring in
right now. All right. While we wait for those messages, let's not because we don't have too much time. While we wait for those messages and those phone calls,
let's quickly pick up some more messages. Messages are waiting for you already. Boxing. This is from Oluwaseyi. Oh, there's a message waiting already. A call.
hello, good morning. All right, your name and your location, please. Go ahead.
Liverpool at Anfield, and there is nothing that will happen. If club likes, they can go and rent the inactive fans at Trafford Bridge to join the one at Anfield. We will beat them. That's the short thing that will happen.
All right.
So I predict 4-3.
Thank you for your message. He said he predicts 4-3. So you're expecting a 7-goal thriller. Well, it's Christmas. We expect the Christmas gifts. All right. So we're still waiting on your phone calls. Numbers to call are
014489981 would be where to get the calls coming this morning, and then also expect messages on 080944400981.
Let's take those messages.
And a message here comes Adenike Adeleye. It says, well, can't find what it's saying here, but let's go. Adenike's message here. Why do I fall in love with
Bad boy coaches?
All right, let's take this phone call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Your name and your location, please. All right, tell us. What do you think?
I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not expecting much from Arsenal because right since 1998 I've been an Arsenal fan and a lot of disappointment. So you win, good, and if you don't win, all good. I'm not expecting too much. So any kind of victory might come down anytime soon. I'm just saying the truth, saying it as it is. Whether they win, they lose, I'm okay by it.
All right, thank you. This one is saying whether you are not you will not eat Arsenal rice this Christmas, so the way you not support your team.
Blessed are those.
Blessed are those who support their team. All right.
Who expect less, for they shall not be disappointed.
All right, let's take that message. Oh, let's take a phone call. Let's take a phone call.
Let's get in it.
Hello, good morning. Your name and your location, please. All right. So, what do you think?
I can't remember when last Arsenal beat Liverpool at Anfield. It's going to be a tough match. It's going to be a close one. It most likely might end in a draw, but if you ask me, the team that wants it the most will eventually carry the. I'm actually looking for Arsenal though, and club is just being classless, trying to instigate the fans against Arsenal. It doesn't really bode well. But however, the better team will win at the end of the day. I'm looking for Arsenal. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. We can't take any more phone calls. Let's just read the messages and round up the show.
Let's find Mayowa Oshadari's message. It says, well, Arsenal will break their Anfield jinx. The game will end 4-1 to Arsenal.
All right.
Hey, what is Rexham petitioning about? He says, I answered the question before the answer was mentioned. Abolu comes in with a prediction. Arsenal is a 2-2. That's Arsenal and Liverpool.
Also, Arsenal to Liverpool too. All right.
Emeka Onelum's message.
Emeka says, Jurgen Klopp will start the fight, but if Mikel Arteta responds, he'll be the one getting a ban. He should be reminded he's being targeted by English referees, so Arteta shouldn't even respond to Klopp's antics.
All right. And on that note, I want to say thank you for joining us in the locker room. Thank you for your phone calls. Thank you for your messages. And thank you for watching us on YouTube. Till we come your way again on Monday. And please, Arsenal, do not provide yourself.
Give your fans a good Christmas.
Yes, don't provide yourself as offering for butter. All right, do what you can do at Anfield. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you again on Monday. It's bye for now.
Thank you, Tega.
Oh, it's Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
So,
Merry Christmas,
shall we?
everybody.
We wish you.
A Merry Christmas.
I don't sing in public.
We wish you should rap, Tega. Do the Christmas rap. Come on, do it. Tega, do the Christmas rap.
Tega, you can do this.
Do
You
this,
can do
Tega.
Look,
Tega, you're the girl. If
Yo,
you can
yo,
do it, no
yo.
one can.
look,
Do
I want
it.
to get married, and if I sing, I will not get married. So let's just leave it.
Thanks, Tega. Have a good one.
Okay, well, that is it for the locker room. Do stay with us. There's a lot more to come on the Smooth Breakfast from 9 a.m. We're talking on Lagos Talks.